just want to get another update in there. I know I posted the last video on Monday. It took a while to obviously upload and everything, and Monday ended up turning out completely different from the weekend. So I was foolishly mistaken. Everything I read, everyone told me that chemo is like a roller coaster. And for some reason, in my head, I pictured the roller coaster being one giant hill, you come down, ride is over. Wrong. Totally wrong. Obviously, that's not how real roller coasters are. So, Courtney, hello, that's not how this chemo roller coaster is going to be either. And I am realizing that as a blaring obvious fact now, after just this past week. What has it been? 1 week since my first round of chemo began. It has been a true roller coaster with ups and downs. So I wanted to post this video because I know people are asking, and I also am putting these on YouTube so that anyone who in a position like myself, who is desperately searching the internet for people's experiences, anecdotal stories on what their chemo experience was like. This is real, and I'll just keep it completely honest for you about what's going on so that anybody interested, whether I know you or whether you're a complete stranger going through a similar experience, can maybe know what to expect. So, like I said before, this weekend was actually pretty good. I felt pretty good about myself. I didn't really feel that tired, and it was what it was. And that all changed Monday. When I woke up Monday, I was just feeling overall crummy, and I don't know how else to explain it. I could compare it to, when you have the flu and you kind of feel achy and just overall not good. And that's hard to do. I realize now that people have also told me, your chemo side effects are not something you can kind of just fake your way through. And that's the truth. I mean, if you're tired, you're tired. If you feel like crap, you feel like crap. Sorry. GERD is another thing that comes with chemo. Just the gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, Monday after this fairly decent weekend, I woke up feeling not that great. And I was just laying in bed, just couldn't get myself together, and the kids were driving me nuts. So I was talking to my sister Nicole, and her kids were driving her nuts too. So we're like, let's just throw them together in the same house, and they can act nuts together. So that's what I did. I really wasn't that much good company for her. I realized after like a few hours, I was just doing this, on our kitchen table. Like, that's really fun. And I finally realized, like, I just gotta go home. And so I went home, took the kids home, and it just really all went downhill from there. I was trying to, I heated up some frozen soup we had received for dinner. Barely had appetite to eat it. It was just kind of gone. Sat outside while the kids played, and finally was like wrapping it up early, like, come on, let's get in the tub. And it was like halfway through their bath that it was like the day completely fell on me. And I went to Tim and I was like, listen, I gotta take a hot shower, and I'm climbing in bed, like, totally sorry, I'm completely bailing on you, but I felt miserable. And that's what I did. Tuesday wasn't much better. Tim's mom ended up getting the kids and taking them out of the house for me all day so I could rest. And I basically did nothing on Tuesday besides sit on the couch and try to watch Netflix or try to keep my mind off the fact that I was wasting an entire day. And that's like this whole mind thing is going on, is you can't fake it. You can't take something to make yourself feel better. And I mean, you can take things to curb the nausea. You can take things to, maybe get rid of diarrhea or, mouthwash for your dry mouth. But when you just overall feel completely run down, you can't, even you want to do things so bad, but you can't. And that is just so frustrating. So luckily I did take Tuesday and just sat around, and what I now realizing is rest. I don't have to take an actual nap to rest. That led to yesterday me starting to perk up a bit and start to feel more like a human. And today now I feel a lot more like myself. So, like I said, the roller coaster, Courtney, it's not just you're up the big hill, it gets really bad, and then, ooh, you're coasting back into your normal self. No, I mean, it's all over the place, and it comes out of nowhere, and you don't know what to expect, and it's just the fun ride that it is. So that's how Monday and Tuesday, and then I guess Wednesday went. Stay on some side effects that have now make themselves known now. definitely the gastrointestinal issues. Not to get into too much detail with it, but I mean, from heartburn to random burping to, yeah, wanting the Imodium 10 minutes ago instead of taking it right now is, um, it's happening. So what are you gonna do? The dry mouth, like I said, that's another like lingering annoying side effect. Kind of like in the same lines as how fatigue is just annoying because you can't do anything to get rid of it. No matter how much water you drink, no matter how much you rinse your mouth with stuff, it's constantly like dry and I don't know how else to explain it. It's like your mouth is burned. I could just have brushed my teeth and I run my tongue against my teeth and I feel like they're all wearing sweaters. You know, it's just, and it's constant. I mean, you're constantly aware of your mouth. You're constantly aware. Your tongue is looking for things to touch and it's bizarre. It's gross. And it's just, again, it is what it is. This is part of it. So I told you the other day how I had like acne breakout right along here and on my forehead. And it actually was like kind of tender to touch and it was a bit like red and inflamed, which today is actually not that bad. I think it's just actually the inside of my nose when I squeeze it, which, I mean, stop squeezing it, right? Hurts. But yesterday I realized after my shower that what I thought, and it may be, was acne. It's going onto my shoulders and my chest and my back. That's real cute. And I started looking into it more because I started thinking a couple days ago, my head started itching really bad. And I mean, I'm sitting there like in my home just itching, oh, it's itching. And it's like the more I itched, I was making it sore, or so I thought. But I think the itch and the soreness were one and the same. So a bunch of people have told me, you know, when your hair is going to fall out, it starts to itch and your head gets sore, which I have noticed a couple strands being able to be pulled out, but nothing really other than that to talk about. I think what it might be, I'm waiting for a call back with my nurse. We've been playing phone tag, is that it actually might be a rash that some people get as a side effect from one of the chemo drugs that I'm taking. And what I've read online is that it's a good sign if you're getting this rash, even though it's not very pleasant or cute, that the chemo is doing what it's supposed to and your body's reacting in response to it. So I'm actually thinking that I might have this lovely rash on my scalp and on my face, and now it's spreading to other parts of my body. Kind of looks like acne, but I don't know. I'm just looking at Google to try and diagnose myself with all these things going on at once. I'll let you know what they end up saying, what that is, or what I can do about it. But yeah, that's something new, body rash. One last thing I can really think of that's new is yesterday I was taking TC. Here I go scratching again. TC to a soccer game. I'm getting my seatbelt on in the car. I noticed my arms were really sore, like as if, you know, when you have like a really good workout and like the next day you're like, oh man, I'm moving and hurting muscles I never even knew I had. Both my arms, like my biceps, were just sore as if I had done like tons of push-ups, which I'm not doing push-ups, people. As like an hour went on, like that soreness, general soreness, spread through, like just went lower and lower in my body, and it just to the point where you're just like, you know, you want to go lay in bed. So luckily the day was over at that point. That's exactly what I did with a little hot water bottle. The symptoms hit you when at random points and you never know what it's going to be and you never know like how bad it's going to be. And I've just learned this all from, what has it been, 9 days since my very first infusion. So it's, I don't know what I was thinking, but I figured I'd share that insight that I've developed, you know, as to how this whole thing is going and playing out so far. And the delightful thing is that every time can be completely different. So it's like having a newborn baby. As soon as you think you figure them out, you're wrong. Something new happens, and the game is completely changed. So it really is one of those things, I guess, you just take day by day and celebrate your victories. You know, just get through the bad times and know that eventually they do pass. I mean, sometimes that's the only thing you need is to know that it's not going to be forever. So that's all I got for you now. Hopefully that was helpful. If you guys got any questions, of course, ask. I'll be happy to ask them. I am going to record a video to explain, because I know a lot of people are confused and people didn't know, including myself, that there's different types of cancers. So I'll make a video explaining what my specific diagnosis is and how that correlates to the specific treatment I'm getting. And maybe that could help answer some questions and clear up some concerns people have. Because quite a few people have asked me why I'm not having surgery before I'm starting the chemo. And that's not atypical. In fact, there's a lot of different treatment plans where the chemo comes first before surgery for various reasons. Ultimately, it's always, it's up to me what I wanted to do, and that's the decision that I made. So I'll cover that in a future video for those who want to know. But for now, that's all. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon.